Windy and Luna's Magic Dream Journey. Windy was a curious black cat with soft fur and bright green eyes. Luna, her little sister, had short black and white fur, like the kind you see on the friendliest house cats, and she loved moonlight more than milk. They lived together in a cozy house with blue shutters and a window at the very top of the stairs. One evening, as the stars blinked on in the sky, Windy sat at that window, her tail swishing. "Luna," she whispered, "have you ever wondered what's out there beyond the trees and rooftops?" Luna yawned and stretched. "Only all the time." Just then, a soft breeze blew through the open window, rustling the curtains. A golden feather floated in, spinning slowly until it landed right between them. Windy picked it up. "It's warm," she said. Suddenly, the window shimmered. It glowed a soft blue and opened wider than it ever had before. Luna gasped. "It's an invitation." Windy nodded. "Tonight, we follow the wind." And with one careful leap, Windy jumped through the glowing window. Luna followed, her little paws light as snowflakes. The night sky didn't feel cold or far away. It felt like velvet and smelled like dreams. And as they floated into the air, the feather tucked into Windy's fur, the adventure truly began. The garden that grew upside down. Windy and Luna landed gently in a strange garden with upside-down trees growing from the sky and flowers that hummed lullabies. "Where are we?" Luna asked, sniffing a blossom that smelled like warm milk. "This must be the dream garden," Windy said, remembering a tale the houseplants once whispered when the wind blew just right. They tiptoed along a winding path made of clouds, careful not to wake the dozing daisies. Butterflies with sleepy eyes hovered low, and one even landed on Luna's ear, making her giggle. As they walked, they found a big tree growing upside down from the sky, its trunk dangling like a swing. Windy climbed onto a low-hanging branch, and with a whoosh, it gently swung them up, until they saw their house in the distance. "See that? We're not so far," Windy whispered. "But how do we get back?" Luna asked. "Not yet," Windy said with a grin. "The wind hasn't told us to go home." And so they curled up in a bed of stargrass, letting the garden hum them a lullaby, their dreams filled with floating flowers and soft feathered clouds. The Whispering Woods. In the next part of their journey, the wind carried Windy and Luna into a forest filled with whispering trees. The branches didn't creak, they spoke, in the quietest voices. Luna's ears twitched. "They're telling stories." Each tree had a face in its bark, gentle and old, and as the cats padded through, the trees shared memories of starry storms and dancing leaves. One willow leaned low and said, "Brave travelers, take this path and you will find the moonlight mirror. It shows you who you are and who you may become." Windy's eyes sparkled. "Let's go." The path shimmered like spilled stardust. At the end, they found a still, silver pond, glowing with soft light. They looked in and saw their reflections, but not just as cats. They saw themselves wrapped in wind, riding birds, climbing stars, and even curling beside a sleeping dragon. Luna blinked. "We're more than just little cats, huh?" Windy purred. "We're adventurers." As the pond rippled gently, the trees sang a soft goodbye, and the wind nudged them onward once more. The moon nest. The wind took them higher this time, so high that the stars felt close enough to touch. They floated past a yawning comet and into a glowing cave nestled in the curve of the moon. Inside, they found soft glowing feathers, tucked around glowing stones and silvery moss. "It's a nest," Luna whispered. "But for what?" Then came a gentle rustle. A creature with wings like clouds and eyes like stars peeked out. It was a moon owl, old and kind. "Two little travelers," he said, his voice as soft as dusk. "Come to rest." They nodded. He tucked them gently into the feathers. "You've followed the wind well," he said. "But soon it will be time to return." Windy looked at Luna, who was already dozing, curled like a question mark. "Do we have one more stop?" she asked. The moon owl nodded. "One last gift awaits." As Windy drifted to sleep, the stars outside blinked gently, and the moon wrapped them both in a silvery sigh. The feather returns. The next night, the wind circled their house again. The glowing window opened slowly, waiting. Windy and Luna stepped through, landing quietly back in their cozy home, right by the window at the top of the stairs. Everything looked the same, but something felt different. Luna pawed at her ear. "Do you hear that?" It was a soft song, the same one from the dream garden. A swirl of petals drifted past them, and the golden feather floated gently down, landing on the windowsill. This time, it didn't glow. It stayed warm and quiet, just a reminder. "We're home," Windy whispered. "But we can go again someday, right?" Luna asked, curling beside her sister. Windy tucked the feather beneath a pillow. "Any night the wind calls." And with that, the two little cats curled into a ball, side by side, their tails tucked in, dreaming of gardens, forests, moon nests, and the wind that always knew their names.